What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. We're going to be recapping all of the SPY, every single trade for the week. We're going to be breaking down the indicators, the setup, step by step, giving you everything you need to succeed. All right. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So I apologize in advance because my microphone, I'm having an issue today. So please forgive me if the audio is not as crisp as it usually is. Let's go ahead and retweet this out and get everybody here. Full SPY guide. Who do we have in the building here today? Let me go ahead and shout some of you out. Who do we have? We have Alicia Jackson. What's going on? I lost my mouse here. Here we go. Roop, what's going on? Keyshawn, what's going on? Alicia, Trading Wars Army Strong. CA, Trading Wars Army, what's going on? Bad Indie, Trading Wars Army. Nandi, what's going on? Ramon, Trading Wars Army, good to see you. Mike, Trading Wars Army, what's going on? Nick, Moreno, Javia, Ain, what's going on? Motivate Sage in the building, Trading Wars Army. Mauricio, Trading Wars Army. Geraldo, Trading Wars Army, what's going on? All right, so let's begin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the replay here, and I'm going to talk to you through Friday's trading. Friday's trading was actually the best of the week. It was really, really clean, and a lot of the action you'll see in this week was FOMC related, because we have FOMC on Wednesday. And because of FOMC, a lot of the times there's a lot of tricks, traps, chop, in general. But Friday worked out to be really, really clean. The market did kind of go ahead and stabilize a little bit in terms of making clear moves. A lot of the times when FOMC is happening, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's hard for traders to go ahead and make some money. All right. So guys, please hit me with a 1 if you can hear me. I know it's not the greatest today, and I really apologize. Let me see if I can try to fix this real quick. So hit me with 1, guys, if you can hear me decently to some extent. Let me just flip this around here and see if this makes a difference. This is the problem when you travel a lot, Whenever you travel a lot, guys, it's hard. But that's what we got to do. All right, let me try one more time here, guys, and see if I can fix this. Apologize again. Let's try this. Test. Don't think you guys can hear me here. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me right now? Sounded fine. Anybody hear me? I guess not. Hit me with a 1 if you can hear me right now. Don't think you can. It's okay? Okay, good. All right, let's go. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do on Fridays is obviously draw the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Okay, so that's kind of where I want to see. Thanks, Spirit Trader. Thank you, brother. So that's kind of, I want to see where we're going to open, right? So here, guys, we could see that this first candle right here is basically near the previous day's low. All right. So what do you guys think? What kind of candle is this right here? Let's look at this candle here. Is this a bullish or a bearish candle? Hit me with a 1 if that's a bullish candle. Hit me with a 2 if that's a bearish candle. And what I want you to notice here is, first of all, the color of the candle is red. So obviously it closed lower than it opened. But what I really want you to focus on is this wick. That wick right there, guys, is selling pressure. So if you were trading with us real time, basically what happened is this candle opened, it pushed up, it was bullish, and right near the close, it actually turned around. And when it turned around here, guys, it created this inverted hammer. So there's nothing like trading in real time, because you get to see basically the personality of the market, of the candle. So this was an extremely bearish candle for me. And what I was expecting here, guys, is that it was going to go ahead and break the low here and then challenge Thursday's low and eventually break it. So that was my whole idea. Another thing here, guys, that I took was the trigger. So a trigger, what is that? A trigger is an automated level that I have. So the automated level on Friday was 411, a nice psychological round number that I was looking to go short at as well. Okay, so let me put that in red. So let me just go ahead and walk you through so here was the trigger. So I posted trigger the night before, and these trades can be fully automated, meaning you could just put it in the broker, put the stop loss in the target, and walk away. And so the first short that we actually entered was 411. And then I went ahead and added to the opening range breakout. So watch closely here. Boom. So once this candle's low gets taken out right here, that is our signal to go short. And then literally taking it down to Thursday's low, that's your first point of reference right in this area. And then once we start breaking down here, you start scaling out quickly. So let me go ahead and just show you the live commentary to walk you through. All right. So that way you can see the thought process and everything like that. So this was Friday. So good morning. What's over here? One sec. Let me go all the way to the end. Jump to present. All right, there we go. Okay. So right off the open, guys, I said trigger is also right below us. I will take automated shares with that. 1 minute to go, send the energy. So right at the open, we got filled on 411, which was the trigger. And then I looked for the orb and I said the best case scenario here is we take the orb. The orb breaks down short as well. So now we have a double position. We have a position for the opening range breakout, and we also have a position in the 411 short. So we basically took two short plays in one setup because we had two different systems telling us that it's short. You guys understand what I'm saying there? Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. My trigger system, which is a line in the sand approach, said this is a bearish level. And then the opening range breakout broke down to the downside with a bearish candle. So both of those came together and gave double the short signal. So that's how you go from a regular trade to a great trade, because now you have multiple systems telling you the same thing. All right. And I love when I get those confluences. It gives me confidence to take the play. And really and truly, my risk on this trade here, guys, is this high. Okay. So all I really have to do is risk off of that high. If we turn around here and things go wrong, I just cut my losses really quickly. But look at my upside. Look how much room I had here to the downside. Look how much profits are on the table here. Okay. So watch now. So stops are at high of the day. We have tiny risk now. Okay. Because that's exactly what I just said. I got the stop to the high of the day. So I have tiny risk because I have a lot of size. But if it works, we make a lot of money. And that's what we did. So we got to 410, which was my first target. And then I just kept saying cover, no greed. Got the stop loss to break even. And then once we start breaking through the low, I just like to leave a runner on. I don't like to leave more than a runner, because if I don't cover, guys, you can see right here, actually, that is going to reverse, right? And a lot of the times that happens. So let me teach you the profit taking method. So the easiest profit taking method is a two-leg approach. Okay. And this is the way that I like to teach a lot of traders is, so generally we'll have a clean push down or up. And then from there, we'll kind of pause, go sideways, and then we'll have a second leg like this. Okay. And the second leg is when you want to get out. And the reason is the second leg is where the chasers come in, which are the people that have no idea what they're doing in trading. They're getting signals, they're getting cups and spoons and forks and different things like that. And they're shorting here when you're already gone. And one thing that I like to do is use the Fibonacci on this pattern. So high to low like this. And you can see that these targets down here will also line up with the second leg, which will help you to take that short. So let's go ahead and watch. So we come down right here, guys, around the 50. Okay, we tag the 50 and then we pop. All right. So you can also use these targets, these Fibonacci targets on the way down to help you scale out. All right. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. All right. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. This was the best trade of the week because it was extremely clean. We got double the size, went short right off the bat, had two legs down, and just made good money. All right. And the other thing we did was the MU reversal. So let me go ahead and pull that up right now. And then we'll get back to SPY. So I just want to mention this one quickly because we did take this one as well. So I have a new channel. It's called Lotto Plays by Rich. And a lot of people have been asking me for this. So basically on Fridays, Lotto Fridays, I'm going to just give like full risk, but great opportunities to make good bank. Like MU, this one went for 510%. And I'm really being selective. Okay. So let me also go to the Twitter just to show you guys with the MU. So this was the MU call out. This one right here. This was the MU call out on Friday. So we said trying MU Lotto long calls at 69. So we gave this one in the morning. And then within an hour, it went for 367%. The maximum it went for was about 515. Okay. So 516 right here. All right. So let me talk to you about that now. So what do I like? So we know that we have a two-legged approach, right? Two legs and you're out, right? Two legs and we reverse. So we saw the two legs on MU, one pullback and two. And the reason I wanted to take MU because I knew that MU tends to move a little bit more quicker than SPY. So I knew that the risk to reward would be there on the options. So all I did here, guys, is I took the Fibonacci from the high right here to the low of the previous day. So this is a previous day's extension. And I extended it out here, guys, and we got to the 618. And right here, guys, to the penny, the 618, once I started seeing us pushing back up here, right around the 69 level, that's when I decided to take those lottos full risk, 516% from 18 cents to $1.11. So that's not really SPY, but because it's a new room, I wanted to just show you guys some of the new things they're doing. Hit me with an 11 if that makes sense. Did you follow me so far? Hit me with an 11. So that's Friday's recap. That's pretty much all I did. And you could see after that, we kind of chopped around for a while. We just went sideways. And the morning part is always going to be the best part for you to go ahead and look for good risk to reward plays, because in the morning, you have a high chance of either creating the low or the high of the day. And you could see that the morning low was created at 950, right? So your goal as a trader is to try to get either the low or the high. All right. So now let's go on to Thursday. I'll walk you through. So on Thursday, guys, I got into a little bit of trouble because I got kind of tricked with this FOMC rally. And I know a lot of people did as well, but we were able to get back in short after and make some good money. So first thing I have to do is go back to the triggers and pull up the short level. So the short level was 415.31. Okay, so that was my line in the sand for the short. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that 415 right here. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that because that's very important. All right, so we had this FOMC rally on Wednesday. All right, and generally with these FOMC rallies, we do kind of retrace and usually we bounce, right? And that's from my experience of trading FOMC. But this time was extremely different. And that is also it's also a strong sign of bearish type of transactions that are happening in the market. So what I did here was I took the Fibonacci from the low to the high like this. And I started getting long near the 50%. Okay. So I used these Fibonacci's to get me in long. And you could just see we just went vertically down. Like that was it. So there wasn't even a really much of a chance for us to take any profit. I got a little bit on the 50 when I up here, but everything else was really tough. So because of that, guys, I ended up taking a loser on the fibs. But you'll see this red line right here. This was our line in the sand for the short. And I was able to get back in once we crossed this line. I flipped my bias and went short, and we got to break through the low, which is our target, and we got a nice push down. So decent leg down, which was good. So I recovered on that day, but it was definitely very hard to go through. So let me go ahead and just show you guys step by step. So here we go. Here we are, guys. So right here. So this was me doing the fibs. So no luck today so far. Boo. Like I was actually pretty sad about that. And then we got the trigger short, which came in at basically 10:50 Eastern. So this is Central Time. And I'm said I'm going to sneak in here, take the trigger, still holding my fibs until stopped out. And then right here, fibs stopped out. Okay. And then I said, hoping that the trigger short will save my day, looking to break yesterday low. And then boom. So we hit it on the way down, which is nice. All right. So playing a little bit of defense that day. And I wouldn't do anything different besides taking this in Nirvana. We had a Nirvana right at the open, and I did not pull the trigger on this one. And the reason was because I was looking for this FOMC dip buy. And I should have, if I had just taken this Nirvana right at the open, I would have been laughing for the whole day. But that's how it is. Sometimes you're not going to get them all. All right. So hit me with a 4 if that makes sense. But this is, a good way to recover is I just took my loss, waited for the trigger to come in, took this one down, broke through Thursday's low, made back some of the money. All right. But definitely was a harder day. So Wednesday was the actual FOMC. And because of that, I didn't take a lot of trades because generally you don't want to take a lot of trades in FOMC because you can get trapped, right? So one thing that I want to turn your attention to though was the previous highs were here, and we used a W trigger. This was pretty much just one of the only plays that we had. And let me go ahead and get that for you, and I can explain what that is. So the long entry was 418.37. So I'll go ahead and draw that right here. All right. So that was our line in the sand, this red line. So you could see, guys, what I was looking for on this day was a V. I wasn't going to take the first break. And the reason is because a lot of the times, especially with news and FOMC, the first break will probably be a fake out generally. So we ended up getting back in, guys, on the second push here. The second time it broke through the red line, which gave us a nice target because it broke through the high, gave us a little bit of push. But actually, guys, it was the W. So if I draw a W here, it was this. It was the W, which was actually the big runner right there. Boom. So this is a little bit of an idea that I was sharing with you guys, is that every time you hit a level, it gets weaker and weaker and weaker until the fourth or fifth time where it actually breaks the front door down. Then it can squeeze. And even though this was FOMC, guys, this holds true for support and resistance for just general lines, including fibs. All right. So kind of slow day, but was able to get some of it. I'm happy that I didn't trade during this chop leading up to the FOMC because it was just a kind of back and forth action here. All right. Hit me with a 7 if you're following me so far. Does that make sense? So that was Wednesday. And then we will go to Tuesday, and then we will go to Monday. All right. So go ahead here. Let me hit the replay. Bring these lines down. Here's our low. Here's our high is right here. All right. And this one, guys, was another trigger type of play. So let's go ahead and get that. A lot of triggers this week. Triggers are kind of a safe way to trade because you have a line in the sand and you play around it. So whenever I'm unsure about the direction or whatever to do, I play around the triggers. Okay. So let's go back to the third and let me walk you through the live commentary. So as you guys know, I go live every morning. I share my plays, long and short, stop loss, target, step by step. All right. So for people that need a little bit of guidance here, guys, trust me, this is probably the easiest way to learn. You don't even have to do anything. You can just watch. Okay. So again, the line in the sand was 414.83. That was my long level. So you could see the first candle came in and filled us long. And literally, guys, I was covering immediately. Once we got near this previous day's high, so right halfway through, I started to cover. Just because, guys, it was early in the week. It was Tuesday. So I knew that there could be just these false breakouts. So a lot of the times you'll get close to the previous day's high or you'll break it slightly. And that's kind of when you get trapped. So you can see here, I said trying long trigger. I'm also going to try the orb. Let's go bulls, come and flip it. Boom, boom, boom. Good move here. I'm scaling out some, no greed. And then I wrote here, if you want, you can move the stop to break even to play really safe. And that's exactly what I did. In the beginning of the week, I try to just lock in some gains so that I could feel comfortable with the rest of the week. It gives you a good mental boost and it gives you more confidence. And the worst thing you can do is start off red, and then you start off red and you try to dig yourself out of that for the rest of the week and you end up losing more. Hit me with a 1 if that sounds familiar. All right. So this is kind of one of the strategies that I developed over years of trading, is try to start off green. Even if it's a little bit, start off green because it does a lot for your psychological part of trading. And that is probably the most underrated part of trading right there. So yeah, so that was pretty much it for me here, guys. We did come back and do a V again, and then even a little bit of a W. So we did, like I was trying to tell you guys, right? Look at this level here. Look how many times we interact with it. We break, we push up, break, we push up, and every time we get a little bit higher and higher. The last time here, we explode through. Hit me with a 7 if that resonates with you. Does that make any sense? And then we come back and then watch this now. We start testing the previous day's high. Okay. So for you new traders that are struggling, play around the triggers, play around those triggers. Just be patient. Have a plan when we get there. I have the plans. They're shared right here. Okay. You can use these plans, or you can just say, all right, I have people in the room that just trade triggers. All right. Hit me with a 5 right now in the chat if you trade triggers. Hit me with a 5. So a lot of the people in here are from my room. So hit me with a 5 if you trade triggers. And it's the easiest way to trade in the beginning because you have a line and you're just playing around that line. That's it. Right. And if it breaks, so for example, if it breaks above and you get to your target, here's the yellow line. But what if it starts turning around? Well, you can quickly take a stop loss. And then if it breaks back up again, you can try again. Right. And I'm going to create a package, a little booklet for 100 trades. I'm working on it. I'm going to create a little journal for you guys with an Excel spreadsheet, a PDF document that you can track 100 of these trades that you're taking. And that way, at the end of 100, you can see if you're profitable, you can see what your mistakes are, you can see how to get better. Because if you don't track it, like I do weekly calls all the time about my trading, my performance. If you don't do that, you're less likely to succeed. So hit me with the 3 if you think that's a good idea. What's the percentage of runner that I leave? Usually about 10 to 20%. Usually about 10 to 20%. The bulk of your money should always be covered in green. Always. You leave a runner on just in case you get these home run plays. Home run plays are not reliable. They're not accurate. But when you get one, you can make a lot, but you don't get them a lot. That's the truth about trading. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. You can get 20, 30, 40% constantly at a good pace. The 500% like MU, it's not going to happen all the time. It's not. And if you get married to that 500% gainers, and if you want that all the time, you're probably going to end up broke. Okay. So that's why I just always leave a little bit of a runner on. All right. So here we go. Let's continue. And we have one more, which was Monday. And it literally was the same thing, guys. It was a trigger short. So what I'm going to do here for reference is I'm just going to draw the previous day's low, which was right here. All right. And then we're going to zoom in here and draw the trigger and go through that. Okay. So actually here's the low right there. All right. So the last trigger was 412.68, which was, let me go ahead here. So the triggers are a combination of fibs, average true range, support and resistance, psychological levels. I try to incorporate everything that I learned into one level. All right. So here we go. So let's hit the replay and we can walk through. Okay. Got to go back in time now. Right there. Boom. 3 minutes. Let's go. So the 412.68, that red line is our trigger to the short side. Very similar to Friday. So boom, we touch it, guys. And trust me, man, I was a little bit scared on this. Boom. Mitchell Hawkins. What's going on, brother? Appreciate that. Welcome to the Trading Wars Army. The Trading Wars Army members will be having a giveaway at the end of this video. So if you're thinking about signing up for the Army, it's $4.99 on the YouTube. You should do it. All right. Let's shout out to our brother Mitchell, TW Army Spy and VIP. Let's go ahead and welcome here. All right. So this candle right here, I was scared. I was, because we got in short right here. And remember, this candle at one point was all the way up here. So it was green all the way up here, right? If we go down to the 1 minute chart, we could probably see it even better. So there we go. Okay. So I was a little bit nervous here. I was like, okay, it's Monday. Am I jumping the gun? But I stick true to my plan and just followed it. So honest question, how many of you guys right there hit me with a 1 if you would have felt a little bit scared? Hit me with a 1 if you had felt a little bit scared. And let me go ahead and pull up the live commentary while we go through this. This is the 2nd. May 2nd, right there. All right. Okay. So this was the morning commentary. Going to try the trigger short, send me some energy to the downside. So I put out the targets here, looking for 411.94, 62. Here we go, friends. I need to see the bears turn it. Boom. We got a big red candle. First targets, boom. Stops at break even, no greed. Money locked in most of my position. Have a run of short, stops at break even. Really clean. Monday was clean. All right. So right here, let's go again. So we get filled on the red line. We turn around here, bam, 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 done. That's it. Sometimes that's all it takes, guys. So we're trying to get back down to the previous day's low. We're taking profits on the way down. Once we break through, we aggressively start scaling up, aggressively. Okay. And one thing you can do to help is take the Fibonacci of just the candle, especially if it's a big candle like this, and use that. Okay. And watch this now. Did you see how closely this was to the 786 extension before it popped? Hit me with a 4 if you saw that right there. That's the power of the Fibonacci. It's all in the details. You would never be able to tell that level without a Fibonacci. Guaranteed. There's no way. Okay? So that fib right there, that 786, is so precise. The algorithm is waiting there to just run it back up. And that's why you have to have these as your target. That's like you could see here. When I lay out these targets, these are all from fibs. Okay, so we have a process here, guys, where it's straight up scientific. We're going to take a trigger. We're going to take an opening range breakout. We have targets that are based on fibs. There's no if, and maybes. It is what it is according to the science. Okay. And I'm going to have to write another book. It's going to have to be called The Science of Trading. That's what it's going to have to be. All right. So there we go. So that was the recap for the week, guys. It was a very, very basically Monday and Friday, clean. Tuesday, Wednesday, because of FOMC, Thursday, But look, if you get your Monday and your Friday and you make good money on those 2 days, that's all that matters. Your week will be green. All right. Boom. Heather Dozier or Dozier, welcome to the Trading Wars Army. Thank you very much for joining. Please welcome Heather with the TW Army Spy VIP. Thank you. And you will be entered in the giveaway, which will be happening very shortly. Okay. So there we go. What I want to talk about here, guys, is the Fibonacci live setups. So the biggest issue that I have with new traders and the biggest kind of issue they face is drawing the Fibonacci. It's the hardest thing for them to do, and I totally understand. So that's why we went ahead and we created this room, Fibonacci live setups and lottos. Okay, so in here we are drawing the Fibonacci in real time. Okay, in real time, not hindsight, in real time throughout the day, and we're adjusting it as it's needed, and we're drawing them all, guys, so that you as a new trader can come and learn. All right, until you can draw it on your own, which you should be able to after about a month or so. Okay, so that's the new one that I've been running, and also the lotto plays by Rich. I'm allowing both of my stock and my spy members to have access to this room for a little bit of time because I really want to promote it. I think it's going to be revolutionary. We're always using the fibs. So I explain why we took the long, why we take the calls. It's all going to be based on fibs. Fibonacci is the truth for me. And that's what I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys what works for me. I'm not going to start talking about things that I don't know that work or that I've had experience with that don't work for me because it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do it just to get likes. I'm going to do what works for me. That's it. It's my journey. And I'm bringing the people around that resonate with this and that make money doing it this way. I'm not going to talk about moving average, this and that, and this cross and that cross and bear cross, devil cross, whatever, because it's been crossing a lot. And a lot of the times it's almost like we should just do the opposite. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right. So anyways, check me out at tradingwars.com if you're interested, my friends. This is your last chance to get the Fibonacci book for $88.60. The price will be raised tomorrow. Okay. And I'm probably going to keep this to about midnight or something, and then we're going to change it. And the reason I'm keeping it at this price right now is I want to promote the new Fibonacci live channel that we're doing. If you grab a copy of this book, you can trade with us live tomorrow. I'm talking about 1 month for free. 1 whole month, guys, not 1 day, not 1 week, 1 month for free. You get all of my indicators for life. It doesn't matter if you leave, doesn't matter what you do. You get my scanners and my indicator for life, okay? Because my goal is to make you a fisherman. I give you the tools. You trade for a month or two with us. You figure it out and you go off on your own. Really and truly, the people that stay in the room just want the community part of it, and they appreciate the hard work that we put in. Okay. And I appreciate them. And I always try to give back to them. I give free seminars to the people that have the 3 books. I do everything that I can for the people that support me. So I appreciate you guys. All right. Sign up there if you're interested, or sign up directly on the main page right here if you're just looking for the rooms. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. When will we get on the Discord if we already bought it? You should already be on it, brother. If you have any issues, just DM me on Discord or on Twitter or email rich@tradingwars.com and I will help you out right now, right after this. Okay. Anyways, where are we? Let's do the giveaway. Can I get a 6 for a giveaway? This brother right here, I got it, and it's a really good book. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. It's my life, guys. It's, in life, you have to figure out what you want to do with your life. You have to figure out what your passion is. I always wanted to be a basketball player. Okay, let's do a little bit of story time right here. So while we're doing story time, I'm going to share some of the lessons that I've learned along this journey. Guys, let me just share this right now. And I want to talk to you guys about some things that have really helped me in my trading success in my career. So hold on a second, guys. Let me pull this up right now. Okay. And eventually, guys, I will write a book on my life because I come from poverty, guys. And every day is a blessing for me. It really is. So some people are struggling like that, and I want to share what I've been through to help other people, especially children. That's why I always volunteer for high schools and middle schools to talk to kids because it's important to me. All right, here, okay. While we go through this story time, if you want to subscribe to the Trading Wars Army and have a chance to win the giveaway, all you got to do here is click join, $4.99. I gave free lotto on Friday. I did MU plus 516%. You know how we do. All right. I will do a lot. I'll try to do a lot more live streams on YouTube as well if we get a bigger army. Okay. So there we go. Let me just paste it in there if you're interested. All right. Let's discuss. Okay. So basically, what I was saying is that a big part of life is trying to find your passion. So I always wanted to be a basketball player, right? Hit me with a 5 if you ever wanted to be an athlete. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, whatever. You want to be a musician, you want to be an actor, whatever. Hit me with a 5 if you've been in that situation. So I always wanted to be a basketball player. I grew up watching basketball. I still watch basketball to this day. I love the sport, but I wasn't tall enough. Like it is what it is. And that might be an excuse, right? But really and truly, I wasn't tall enough, and I have flat feet. So I always have problems running. I get pain in my ankles, a lot of pain. So it just didn't work out. But anyways, I went on to play football and had a good career in football with my high school teams and stuff. But the point is this. This for me is my basketball. This is my sport. This is what I can do where it doesn't matter how tall you are, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how smart you are. If you have a system, if you have discipline, if you have consistency, if you have a community and you are rock solid with your risk to reward and you don't system hop back and forth, this is your sport. This is where there's no limit. There's no limit to how much money you can make in this game. There's none. I know people that make millions of dollars trading every year. Okay. I'm not at that level yet. Mostly because I don't even have that kind of money because I came from nothing. So it's hard for, over the years I built up my money. But the point is this is my obsession, and you need to find what your obsession is. If you don't feel the same way about this, if you don't feel like, hey, this is something I want to do for a long time, then you shouldn't get into it. Because there's people on Wall Street, there's people in the stock market that will they'll eat you alive. They'll eat your lunch money. They will. And if you're not serious about this, I recommend you just, buy and hold stuff. I do that too. I have accounts where I just buy and hold. Okay? And that's totally fine too. If you want to day trade, if you want to learn the fibs, you have to put that in. This has to be your sport. It has to be. Okay? How long does it take to get to the NBA? How long does it take to become a professional in sport? Somebody give me a number. So, what do you guys think? How long does it take to become a professional athlete? You have to go through high school, you have to go through college, you have to go through all that. And it takes a lot of sacrifice. And a lot of people think that they're going to start trading tomorrow and be a millionaire. And a lot of times it's not your fault. Like, I don't blame you guys for that. It's the media and the false expectations that there is out there, right? And that's not your fault. But I'm here, you're here now because you wanted the truth, and I'm giving you the truth. And the truth is this. What I've decided is probably the easiest way to get into this game is the 100 trade challenge. Like, I've done it on all of my strategies. I've done 100 trade challenge. If you can't get through 100 trades with one strategy, you're not serious. You're not. Because you will understand that in this game, you can lose 10 or 15 trades in a row and win 10 or 15 trades in a row. That's the nature of the beast. So, what I don't care if you join my room, I don't care if you buy a book, I don't care whatever you do. I want you to be disciplined and stick to whatever strategy you want. It could be whatever, it could be spoon and forks. Doesn't matter to me. Do 100 of those trades, then evaluate yourself. That is the first step to success. 100 trades. That's the first step. Trust me, get through the first 100. You will be a different person by the end. Hit me with a 7 if that makes sense. That's all I'm asking. Get through 100 trades. If you don't get there, don't expect anything. Okay? You do 100 fibs, do 100 opening range breakouts, do 100 triggers, do 100 holy grails, 100 nirvanas. When you get, that's like building the the blocks. It's like taking free throws. Okay? Taking free throws, taking layups, passing the ball. That's what I'm saying. Each one of those are steps. You don't have to risk real money. Paper trade it. Get the data. Become obsessed with the data and the analytics, and you will succeed. Okay? So there we go. So here we have Adriana. She's a long-time Trading Wars Army member. I did it, and I totally agree. Yeah. You know, congratulations for making it, because a lot of people don't make it. Let me ask you guys a question. How many people do you think do 100 trades of a strategy before they give up? Give me a percentage out of 100. What do you guys think? I'll tell you from my experience, from the people that I deal with. Okay. How many people do you think do 100 trades of a strategy? What percentage out of 100 before they actually give up? How many don't even get there? What's the percentage of people that actually do it? Tell me a number and I'll tell you. Because I know, because I work with people all the time. I'm talking about the smartest people that I know, friends, family, etc. 10% will do it. And it's a funny thing because that's how it is, and that's how everything is in this world. The 10%, the 20% are the one that succeed. It's always them because they're just willing to go a little bit further than the other person. Okay? That's the difference. They're willing to go 2 steps further to get to be the 10% where the other people give up. All right? And a lot of the times the reason people give up is because they're risking too much money. Hit me with a 3 if that makes sense. Does that resonate with you? There's too much money on the table, so they can't do it without psychological problems. I'm talking about greed, fear, emotional trauma, because everybody is obsessed with getting rich overnight because that's what they see. Okay. So size down, paper trade. Do one micro futures contract. Do one. We trade futures all the time, every day. Do one micro contract. One. You'll risk $20 a trade, $25 a trade, whatever. Okay. Do SPY, do shares, do 1 or 2 shares. Trust me, you'll thank me when it's all done. Okay. So there we go. I need to get back to doing these talks more on Sunday because I'm not just a trader. I want to share my journey and my experiences because I know there's some people that are going to benefit from that. All right. So let's continue now. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway. All right. I didn't do one last week for the Army. So this one is dedicated to the Trading Wars Army this week only, just because I didn't do anything last week. So let's go ahead. Hit me with a drum roll, please, my friends. All right. Merchandise. Memberships. Let's do this. How many people do we have in the Army? 99. Wow. Okay. So we have 99 members. All right. Let's go ahead and I am going to do a random number generator. Where is my mouse? I cannot find my mouse. There it is. Random number generator. All right. 1 to 99. I'm going to pull it over here now. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Number 18. Okay. So let me go ahead and count it up here. Number 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. All right. So we have a winner. Nicole Goebel. Nicole Goebel. You are the winner. Let me write that out here. Nicole Goebel. All right. You are the winner. Thank you very much. Number, what was it? 18. Let me just double check. Yeah. All right. Nicole, thank you very much. You are the winner. Congratulations on your free book and 1 month for free in the room. If you're already in the room, we'll get you another book and you can join the other side in the stock room or the spy room, depending on what you have. Nicole, please DM me on Twitter. We'll verify your YouTube account and make sure, because you know what's so funny, guys? One time I announced the winner and some guy created a random account on Twitter with the same name and said they were that person. And when I told them to verify, I told them to go on YouTube and to comment and say giveaway winner. They couldn't do it because they never actually had access to the YouTube account. So they literally created a fake account, like it's crazy. So that's why we have to do the validation. All right. So Nicole, thank you. You are the winner. And I really appreciate you guys giving me your time on a Sunday. I hope you learned something. We take it bar by bar. We take it day by day. In life, you take it one day at a time. You do your best. In trading, you take it one bar at a time and you do your best. All right. Thank you very much. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. If you do comment, next week we'll be doing giveaways for everybody. So please go ahead and leave a comment in there for your chance to win. Thank you so much for your time. And I will see you on Monday, bright and early. Take care.